Oh, hi, folks. Greetings to everybody from the Snow City of Canada. You're welcome to Masego Empire once again. Today, we're going to have an interesting discussion, a discussion that will help you to know exactly what you need to do, what you'll be going for, and what are some of the future prospects that are awaiting you. You kindly share this video, share this link for somebody to have access to it, because the discussion we're going to have will, in one way or the other, help somebody. Now, I've been saying that as an international student or as somebody who desires to study at the international level, there are certain specific things that you need to do, or there are certain basic things that everybody must do as an international student who intends to study overseas. Maybe you are somebody who just want to go and study and return to your home country, or you are somebody who wants to study and remain in that country. Now, the best thing I will ask all international students to do, people who intend to study in Canada, in US, in Australia, in Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, UK, or wherever, is that the first thing they must do is that you first need to research about the skills, the courses, or the careers that are in demand in that particular country. This is the first thing everybody must do. Let me take it over again. Everybody who intends to study at the international level must first research about the skills, about the courses, or about the careers that are in demand in that particular country. If you do this, sorry, if you do this, it gives you the opportunity to know exactly what you are going to do. It gives you the opportunity to know of the possible chances that are waiting you in the future. It's also sad to, Marvan, how you doing? It's sad to know that, I'm sorry to say this, but it's the reality. It's sad to know that most of us in Africa, we have degrees, but we never had education. It's so sad to know that most of us, we have certificate, but we don't have skills. And based on the culture, how our institutions have been structured, once you have gotten job, we relax on the job because there are no specific ways of assessing people to know if they are really performing or if their employment is actually doing something to improve that company or to improve the country. But the situation is entirely different when you go overseas. In overseas, your job is not secured. Your job is not secured in the sense that once you are not performing, once the purpose for which you were employed is not being accomplished, you can lose your job at any time. But it's also good to know that if you lose your job, you have the possibility of getting another one. Hey, Efokuma, how are you doing? You have the possibility of getting another job so easily. Now, for the benefit of this discussion, I've also researched about the world. Before we go into the main discussion for today, I've researched about all the developed or developing countries in the world, in all the five continents in the world. I didn't consider Africa. Yeah, Sister Enyo, how are you doing? I have considered the five continents in the world to know of some of the jobs or some of the skills, some of the careers that are in demand in those countries. And I've been able to get some of them. One of the courses that is in demand in all these countries is number one, finance. So in finance, we can talk about courses like accounting. We can talk about courses like actuarial science. We can talk about MBA. I'm good too. Now, we can talk about another courses in relation to healthcare. So we can actually talk about nursing. We can talk about courses relating to healthcare. We can talk about courses relating to veterinary. All these courses I'm mentioning, they cut across the whole world. Now, another course or career that people should consider in terms of the demand all over the world is courses relating to technology, tech courses, or IT courses. Some of these courses include cybersecurity, data science, project management, data analytics, and marketing. It cuts across all the countries. Now, another course area people should consider is education, electrical engineering, software engineering, business analytics, and construction. So this is based on the researches that I have done for most developed or developing countries in the 5 continents that I have just mentioned. Now, let's narrow the discussion to Canada. You know, the job market in Canada keep changing day in and day out. There are certain skills that are relevant today that may not be relevant in the next 3 years, 10 years, and 15 years. But based on the researches that I have considered, it clearly shows that there are certain jobs that will be relevant even in the next 20 years, in the next 30 years in Canada. Courses in this area or some of these areas will still be relevant in the next 20 years. In the next 30 years, these courses will be relevant in Canada. You know why? Even though technology is having let me just say it's having a negative impact on some of these skills that we're talking about, or there are frequent changes in our society based on development that is changing the need for some of these courses. The skills, the experiences of these people will be relevant, even though maybe robots are being manufactured to take up certain jobs in our societies, in certain institutions. Some of these skills that I'm going to mention, some of these jobs that I'm going to mention will be relevant in Canada the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 30 years. So it means that if you have studied any of these courses, your future is secured. Your job is secured. You see, because the courses that you are studying today, you need to have at the back of your mind that you need to have a long-term job stability. The job stability for a long term is very, very important. So what are some of these courses that I have seen? A course like being a teacher. Teachers are actually needed in Canada. So if you're coming to take up a course in education to be a teacher, in the next 10 years, your skills will be relevant. It's good to even know that the minimum hourly pay for teachers in Canada is $24. That is the minimum. So if you are employed somebody who doesn't have a skill, they'll pay you $24. That is the minimum. But no employer is even going to pay you that based on the demand for teachers in Canada. That is one. Number two, marketing managers. People who will be managers in marketing department. So another one is construction management. Another one is auditors. Another one is software developers. Another one is registered nurses, people who are nurses. Another one is data scientists. Another one is information security analyst. Another one is being a lawyer. Another one is pharmacists, psychologists, then people who are into dentists. These are, based on the researches that I've conducted, these are courses that will be relevant even in the next 30 years. They can bring robots, the development can drive changes in our society. Our societies can expect changes in the job sector. These courses that I have mentioned will be relevant in the next 30 years in Canada. These are just some of the major courses that I have gotten. Now, let's now talk about the problem of the day. I've been receiving a lot of emails, a lot of WhatsApp messages from followers on the platform, always asking me, Yeah, robots can't be. So courses in health sectors are always important. So people will be asking me, oh, Masego, I want to come and study this course. What are the job opportunities? What are the opportunities available? Will I get job? That is the basis for which I'm making this video. Now, unlike in most of our uh, universities in Africa, we can apply for courses in some of these universities that we do not know what are some of the future prospects for us. But the good thing about studying in international countries or studying at the international level, studying overseas is that most of the universities will tell you what you are going for. Most of the universities will tell you about the future prospects, some of the future careers you are likely to go in based on the courses that you have applied to, based on the courses that you intend to study. Most of these universities will give you the description of the course. Most of these universities will even tell you of some of the, let me just say, some of the subjects, if you want to base it like that, some of the subjects that you study under each of these courses. They will tell you the duration you will be studying. You see, now, some of these universities will also tell you that if you study this course, it makes you internationally competitive in certain job sectors. It makes you internationally competitive in certain countries based on the demand of that particular course. So every school you are going to, already the school have some of these things on their website. So let me just show you. I'm going to use my phone to do it. I'm on the website of one of the schools already. Now, if you are going for masters, they have it. What I'm going to talk about for masters, they have it. Once you click on this course detail, if it's not under the course detail of that particular courses, that particular course you want to study, then you may see it on the course description. On some of the school portal, you can search for some of these things, but for most undergraduate programs, they are automatically there for you to see, for you to know exactly what you are going for. If you feel that the content I'm sharing is so engaging, please share this link, share it to bless somebody. Now, so I've picked a particular course. The course I have just picked right now is accounting. I've just picked a particular course, which is what? Accounting. Now, they have given the description of this course. They said accounting is the art of measuring, communicating, and interpreting financial activities, and is sometimes referred to as language of business. This is from the school's website. Hey, Frank, how are you doing? You see, this is from the school website. So the school is telling you about the course. So the school is saying that actually business is accounting is referred to as what? Language of business. So they've gone on to say that it involves interacting with numbers and people to determine the financial health of an organization. You see, they are telling that accounting involves interacting with people and numbers to do what? To determine the financial health of an organization. I like this, financial health. So it helps people to know the what? The stand, the strength of that particular organization. Accounting. You see it. Now, let's see, we want to make it so snappy. So they've given certain informations, what you will learn, all those things you learn is here. Sample first year course, featured classes, why you should study in this university. Then they are saying careers. Listen to this, oh, careers. Those who are asking the question, careers. Most students who major in accounting choose to pursue a professional accounting uh, designation after completing Bachelor of Commerce. You see, so after they pursue their Bachelor of Commerce degree, they choose to what? Major in accounting. They choose to professionalize their program. So they say that the accounting profession in Canada has united under the single banner of Chartered Professional Accountant. So you see, so the school is telling you that if you have studied accounting and you want to professionalize it, you work under that umbrella, which is referred to as professional chartered accountant in Canada. They have given more information. Then they say students who major in accounting may continue their professional development with careers in the following areas. Number one, accountant. Number two, auditor. Number three, budget analyst. Number four, investment analyst. Number five, taxation specialist. Number six, assurance associate. Have you seen it? This is what the school is telling you. So all these informations are there. So if you are somebody who is coming to study accounting here, already you know that these are the possible courses that you need. And these are the possible careers that are awaiting you. So you need to do this thing whilst you are in Ghana. You need to do this and know. So after doing this, then you can also search to know if accounting and some of these careers are in high demand in Canada. So you have a fair idea. You know that if you come to Canada in the next 20 years, 30 years, your skill, your career will still be very relevant. It's very important for us to do this. If you feel that I should do the same thing for your course, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll do it for you. You see? Now, so they've given a lot of informations under the course. See, 1001 information. All informations under the courses are here. So that is that. Let me go to the next course. This is one. So let me see which course I should pick. Let me pick a course here. Animal science. I've just chosen a course. The course is animal science. It's Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Animal Science. So they have given description of the course. They say animal scientists study the feeding, the breeding, and management of domestic animals, particularly those of agricultural significance. Blah, 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 blah. I want to make it snappy. Description of the course. You see that? Now, then careers. Then listen to this. Listen to this. Agriculture. They say the rapid expansion of the livestock and animal health industry. So, based on the province I am reading this thing from, I'm reading the course description for University of Saskatchewan. So they are, Saskatchewan, they breed a lot of animals and stuff like that. So that is it. So they are talking about the rapid expansion of the livestock in Saskatchewan. You see, means the increasing need for scientists and professionals who can guide this industry development, because there is a rapid development of what those who are the agriculture sector in Saskatchewan. So I always advise people, those who want to do a program relating to agriculture should go to Saskatchewan. Before I proceed with this, it is also good to know that when you research about the courses that are in demand, the skills that are in demand for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that is in general, you can narrow this thing down to the particular province you are going to, because each of the provinces in Canada have a specific skills that they need. For example, you are going to Saskatchewan. For Saskatchewan, agriculture is one of the best. For Saskatchewan, they are into oil. In Saskatchewan, technology is also one. For Saskatchewan, healthcare is also one of them. For Saskatchewan, education is one of them. So you can check this. You see that. So you narrow it down to the particular province you are going to. This will do you a lot of good, so that you not be in the darkness and just apply for anything. Now they've spoken about the opportunities that are available for people who go and do a bachelor's in animal science. They have spoken about government positions in policy development or research. Government positions in policy development or research. Then they talk about nutrition experts. So they talk about position in animal breeding companies. Then another one is positions in pharmaceutical, animal care, and animal facility inspection. See, one of the good things we all need to know is that when it comes to animals, these people, they have a lot of pets. They don't joke with their pets. So care for animals is also one of the major things. So that is what I've just spoken about. Then they talk about financial lenders, a lot of things. You see, good. Now let's pick another program. Let me pick a program like biomedical science. Program like biomedical science. So biomedical science is a foundation of knowledge and discovery that ultimately improve patient care. As a biomedical scientist, you will ask the questions and find the answers that improve the health and well-being of people of so and so. You see, let me just move it. I want to make it. So they say careers. Now, it's good to know that for people who intends to be a medical doctors, people who intends to maybe especially who want to be specialists in health, you want to be ophthalmologist, you want to be uh, uh, this thing, gynecologist, you want to be a this thing, pediatrician and all those things. It's good to know that in Ghana, people can just go to university to do their 4 years of medicine. When they finish with their 4 years, we call them physician assistants. But in our villages in Ghana, we call all of them doctor, 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 doctor. You see, now in certain provinces in Canada, you can't just go and do medicine. It's not like that. You first need to go and do a degree in a program relating to science. After you have graduated from that program, then you can now go and major in medicine. Some of the provinces are like that. So you can't just complete your high school, then use your high school certificate to just go and start medicine like the way we do it in Ghana. Most provinces don't do that. So you use your high school certificate to apply for maybe uh, this is biomedical science, biology, chemistry. So after studying some of these courses, then you can use the bachelor's in biomedical science to now apply for medicine. So we're just talking about biomedical science. So some of the careers that they have just spoken about. So they say research and lab positions. You'll be doing a lot of lab works, So you can be a communication, you can work in communication department, you can work in business, this thing, you can work as a lawyer, regulatory bodies, you can even go into teaching. You see, now they have spoken about after you are done with biomedical science, if you want to professionalize it, after studying your biomedical science, if you want to professionalize it, what are some of the courses that you can pursue if you want to professionalize your bachelor's in biomedical science that you have studied? This is some of the professional courses you can do is nursing, physical therapy, veterinary, this is medical doctor. You can go into pharmacy or nutrition. Then you can also do medicine. You see, so after you are done with bachelor's in biomedical science, you can professionalize that particular certificate to read some of these courses. So guys, it is very important that we always do some of these things. Let me do maybe one or two. Then we call it the, let me see, okay, education. Let me do education because I know a lot of teachers. They gave the course description, blah, 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 what you learn, some of their careers. Now, it's good to know that in Canada, sorry, in Canada, those who are actually doing the teaching in the classroom, they need to do bachelor's in education. Those who are teaching in classroom, they do the bachelor's in education. Now, those who work in the school boards, those are the school administrators. So if you want to actually be in the classroom, that is what I'm going to talk about, bachelor's in education. And I've been saying that based on the competitiveness of this program, if you are somebody who can apply to maybe any of the universities in Canada, and you'll be given the opportunity to study bachelor's in education. Once you finish this program, you go through the process, you do your co-op, you go through the processes, and you are issued license. It's very competitive. So if you get the opportunity to be issued an acceptance, or you get the opportunity to be issued an admission, don't joke with it at all. It pays so well. Good. So if you read the program in bachelor's of education, these are some of the programs that you can study. They say from KG to grade 12 teacher. You can be from KG to grade 12 teacher. That is KG to a senior high teacher. We can work in these areas. Then they said what adult education. You can be an advocate for education. You can work in library. Being a librarian is a professional course. Then you can work like a politician. You see, you can work as educational administrator. Even though you may be trained for the classroom, you can decide to work in what? As an educational administrator. You can work like what? As a curriculum developer. You can work as what? Sorry. You can work as what? A curriculum developer. Now, you can work as what? Instructional designer. Instructional designer. You can work as what? High school counselor. You can work as academic advisor. We don't have some of these things in a Ghanaian setting. There are people who are academic advisor. They ensure that the way academic programs are run, teaching and learning, all those things, they make their input. Then you can be a writer, you can be business administrator, you can be an entrepreneur, you can also work in health. You see, so guys, that is it. Let me do the last one. Let me do the last one. Last, I don't know which. Good. Let me do mathematics. So mathematics, they've given the course description, blah, 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 so many things, blah, 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 a lot. Careers, the careers are many. Wow. It's a good program. You're coming to study mathematics. So the programs are many. So you can be a data analyst for large or small software firms. You see that? I tell people, if you are coming to read mathematics program here, they say you can be what? You can be a data analyst. These are people they give large data to. Then you analyze the data. Then based on your analysis, you use your analysis to advise large firms. Listen to the firms that they mentioned. They mentioned some firms here. They said some of the firms that you can be a data analyst for. You can be a data analyst for Google, for Facebook, Apple, government agencies, startups, because you analyze data. So actually, those who make the money, if you read bachelors of mathematics, those who make the money, you can from after you graduated from that program, you can decide to go into teaching. But those who normally want to make the money, they go into these industrial firms. They just be a data analyst for industrial firms, advise the firms. You see, they analyze the data based on the input they are making, the output, advise them. See, it's actually a good course. they've mentioned industrial or government analysts using mathematical modeling to understand economics and labor trends. You see, social networks, transportation system, agriculture production, and etc. You see, so it's a good course. So they are telling you, most of us, we do not know. And based on mathematics curriculum in Africa or Ghana, you realize that when you study mathematics in Ghana, I wonder how many mathematicians, maybe people who have studied BSc mathematics from University of Ghana or the great University of Cape Coast. I wonder how many of these graduates can actually analyze data. I wonder how many will be able to analyze data. But when you come here, they know the trend of the system. They know what the system wants, what is expected of you, the career that is awaiting you. So based on this thing, what they do is that they try to give you all the skills. They give you the tidbit of all the aspects that actually prepares you for the job sector. See, it's a good course. Now, before I go, let me tell you that there are certain courses that you may study here if you so desire. Some of those courses that you study, for me, I'll refer to you as a freelance employee. Freelance in the sense that you may not get a job specifically relating to what you have done. There may be jobs, but the demand may be low. So if it is like that, it means that you are somebody who will be freelance. You need to prepare yourself, get skills that other companies may want. You need to get skills that other employers will be interested in. I'm saying this because of our system in Africa. Let me give you this life story. I met one professor here. He's from Ghana. He teaches in one of the great universities in Canada. He told me that he had opportunity to come and read his sociology. He did his master's in sociology in Canada. But since he completed his program, he has never worked in that sector before because he started looking for a job. He wasn't getting job in his field. So somebody advised him to take up a program in health. And he said he just did some short programs, got some skills, and today he actually works in one of the universities. He teaches program relating to health, a professor in health in Canada. So if you are coming to study a program that you may not necessarily get a job in your sector, then you are likely to be referred to as what? A freelance graduate or freelance employee. You need to have skills that will help you to be able to work in other sectors. Guys, please take some of these things that I have just said seriously. Take it seriously. Don't also rush to just go and study a program because the program is in demand. First, do an introspection of yourself. Do you have the enthusiasm for that program? Do you have the desire to pursue that program? Is this something that you are interested in? Number two, don't also say that we are saying tech programs are in demand. So I want to come and read cybersecurity. I want to come and read data analysis. Some of these courses are in, they actually entails a lot. Some of these programs are no joke. So if you know your mental faculty will not be able to withstand it, don't dare it. I keep saying that the educational system here is entirely different from what we do in Africa. You can't come and study here and fail. There are structures they put in place to help you improve. You understand? But you need to have the mental ability, the mental toughness to be able to grab the concept of what you are being taught. You can't just have a degree here. You need to have the skill. You see, schools here don't teach students towards writing examination. You are taught to be able to have something in you. You see, you need to have something in you that you can carry to everywhere. So that even though when they take that certificate from you, they have just taken A4 sheet. There is something left within you that you carry everywhere. I tell people, if you come to Canada to study, based on the quality of their educational system, based on how the curriculum are designed to solve problems in our societies, it makes you internationally competitive. You can go to any part of the world, you function. You can go to any country, work for companies, work for organizations. See, you have the voice in that company because they know that the success of that company actually depends on you. The success of the company depends on you because you have skill. The skill that you have, the skill that you have acquired from your school, it's exactly what that company needs to be able to this improve. It's exactly what that company needs to be able to achieve its mission, to achieve its vision, to achieve its core values. You guys get me right? If you like this video, share it, man. Share this video. Ask your friends to come and see it. God bless you so much for making time with me. Who knows? All that we have done today, it's centered to the university degree, master's, PhD. I'll be doing same thing for college programs. You get that? Who knows? It may be today, it may be tomorrow, it may be another day. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Take care. Keep looking for money. Keep pushing. Having the dream alone is not enough. The dream alone cannot help you accomplish it. You need to have the burning desire. You need to have the mental toughness. Mm, and encourage yourself. The worst situation you are going through, the broke situation you are going through, the poverty situation you are going through now should be motivating you. You see, pain is the only thing that will ginger you to always do well. Pain, if you have pain, you are going through something, you are feeling the pain, that pain should be motivating you. I'm always your good friend. You are a gold in that. Bye bye.